Hey everybody, Rasat here in Singapore. It's been a minute, but I have another guest I want to introduce to you. This young lady and I don't even know if I remember how I started following her, but she has been a phenomenal, hey Lavanya, she's been a phenomenal oracle, and I really enjoy listening to her and learning from her. She has some really engaging posts on her page, and I love it when we can actually get to know people, especially through social media, because she happens to be on the other side of the earth here, and she's been gracious enough to decide to join us this evening. So I'm actually really excited to introduce her to you. She is Rising Sun Oracle. Her name is Michelle, and in just a minute, she's going to who she is, what she does, and she offers, as well as how she came to do all this wonderful work. Hey there, how are you, Michelle?
Hi, beautiful. Good morning.
Good morning to
Where
you.
I'm at. Good evening where you're at. It is a pleasure to
Yes,
be here
ma'am.
with you.
It is so cool. Like it's 12 hours apart, right? And I don't know how many hours of flight time apart, but yeah.
Oh wow, I couldn't imagine. Maybe at least 24 hours of time.
At
Hi,
least that.
audience.
The last time
hmm
I flew was like 27 hours plus transit.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
Yep.
goodness. I don't think I'd have the heart and the energy to be able to do that.
Oh, we
Wow.
sleep and we watch movies, and yeah, it's all hat now. So I see people joining us. Pamela Baja, thank you so much for joining. Vinsanity, Cups and Keys, thank you so much. So very quickly, I know you're in Eastern Standard Time, which means Eastern
Yes.
side of the United States. What state are you in?
I'm actually in Canada. I'm in
Oh,
Ontario,
cool.
Canada. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So
nice. I like that
uh,
actually. I haven't been, I don't think.
it's okay. I
I
haven't
have
been to.
family out there though.
Oh, that's what part?
You would ask me. I think they're in Toronto, actually.
Well, that's where I am. I'm in Toronto. Yay.
Very cool. Yeah.
So, welcome
So,
everybody. Hi, everyone.
yes, thank you.
So excited to be here
I
with you.
wanted to talk to you mostly because, like, honestly speaking, I don't even know if you remember. I don't know how I started following you, but we just started chatting and I started, engaging on your page because I love the questions that you ask. They're very thought-provoking. And of course, you deal with a lot of spirit-related questions, which I absolutely adore. And then you're also talented. You have jewelry that you've made. You have two decks that I know of,
Mhm.
the Soul Activation Oracle, and then also the What He Didn't Say deck. That's the newer one, correct?
That is correct. Yes, yes.
Very
Um,
cool.
I'm not sure how the universe brought us together, but I'm grateful that it did. That's all that matters.
Oh, absolutely.
um,
Absolutely.
um, I thank you for having me on here. So I'll break it down
Sure.
for a little bit for you,
Please.
because the page has evolved a little bit and changed a little bit in the just over 2 years that I've been on here as Rising Sun. So
Okay.
I'm Michelle, founder creator of Rising Sun Oracle, and my journey started in 2016, but
Okay.
then it went public on Rising Sun Oracle 2018. So
Okay.
I started studying Reiki, and I was going to my Reiki
Uh-huh.
master for personal healing, for development, for growth, for understanding, and it opened up a channel for me to move through spiritual healing, emotional healing, energetic healing, and she's phenomenal. Her name is Spirit Reiki Ann here on Instagram. For
Okay.
anybody
Very cool.
anybody
I'll go
who's
check
looking,
her out.
she does distance Reiki. She's I had a course not that long ago, and I'm not sure if it's still running now, but on animal
Okay.
healing. So she's phenomenal in her work, and that's where
Nice.
the first step into all of this happened. So it took me about a year to do healing on myself. Of course, you got to do the work yourself before you can get out there and start
Absolutely.
of.
But you know what? That's what I've noticed a lot of our light workers started because they needed to heal something within themselves and they're looking for answers. And once they figure out the answer and they realize, hey, you know what? I understand it pretty thoroughly now. I've done all the, trial and error. Maybe I can share the information now that it
That's it
works. Yeah.
exactly. That's it exactly. I mean, you can't. I'm of the frame of mind. You can't practice what you don't. You can't preach what you do not practice. Right. So,
Absolutely.
as hard as it is to go through that journey and to really look deep within yourself and to be vulnerable and to explore that, there is a reward at the end of the day. It leads you to these wonderful places. It leads you to wonderful souls. It opens your world and being to such beautiful love and light. So I was
So
happy
I
to
have a
do that.
question very
Embrace it.
quickly. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry about that.
Yeah.
MJ Jod 699. She's asking if we'll be taking questions. I don't mind you asking questions about Michelle, but it won't be like a live reading because I want you to get to know her a little bit more, if
Okay.
that's okay.
Fine with me. Fine with me. So that's how I started. I wasn't sure where I was going to go with the energy work. Did I want to focus on Reiki healing and practicing that with others?
Okay.
I wasn't sure where I was going to go. And Anne had suggested to me, since you are already drawn to cards and you use cards for yourself, why don't you play with the energy there and see where it takes you? And
Yeah.
it was just like, boom. It
I
all
love
made
that.
sense. It all made sense to go in
Yeah.
that direction. And so I started reading for friends. I wanted to
Okay.
practice and figure out how to work with the cards with others, and not just for inspirational messages, but what else was I getting and what else could I
Right.
share and how could I help? So I started really just practicing on coworkers when we had breaks,
Mhm.
when we could get something done after hours, and
Right.
the feedback was phenomenal. So I was very appreciative of the fact that people allowed me to step into their personal space and access their vulnerability together to reveal what they needed in that moment. And I had so much encouragement around that. And then one friend decided to share with me, which was a brilliant idea. You make
Okay.
these beautiful bracelets. Why not tie the two together? So I have a
Uh-huh.
couple on today.
Your crystals,
Um,
yeah.
this one is a new one, and there was only one that was made, and it just sold out. But
You know what? When I
it's
first saw it, I thought it was like
mhm.
a bow, like a Cupid's bow, but it's a butterfly,
It's a
right?
but it's that's a difficult one to show, but it
That's
is
okay. That's
a
okay.
it's a butterfly. It's a
It's
pink butterfly,
beautiful.
crystal butterfly, and it's got some
Nice.
red garnet and cherry blossom and quartz. And for
Very nice.
some reason, and I don't know if there's someone in the room, because I got the feeling that someone in the room was struggling with their sacral chakra. And ironically enough, I went for the sacral chakra. So
Nice.
if there's somebody in the room who has pain on their right side in the hip area, lower hip sacral area, we need to
Mm-hmm.
talk. Is it you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we have to talk. That's
We will
amazing.
talk.
See, and this is how the energy works with me, and I'm getting really hot too. So we'll
I'm
have a
very
talk.
hot right now.
We'll circle back to that in a moment. Okay. So
Okay.
and
Okay, so I do
that's
have a
how
question.
things. Okay. Go
Claire
ahead.
abilities, right? How
Hmm.
did you know you were developing Claire abilities? Okay.
I've always had. Ooh, chills. I've always had a knowing, but I didn't understand. Okay. So
Okay.
when you're a young individual child, you don't have the language around this. You don't really have, for most children anyway. You don't know how to express this. I mean, I've seen kids. I haven't worked a lot with kids. I don't have kids, but I've heard from others. I actually have a friend right now who is just learning that their child has the capability, and so we've been working together to uncover and discover and help support the child
Oh,
and
that's got to be
such.
so cool, though.
It is. It is. So I'm like, oh, I know what this feels like. I know what your child is going through, and this is sort of how you can help them. But I always had something different. I just didn't understand it. I didn't have the language around it. Wasn't sure. I get images. I get sounds. I get words. I get music. I get sense. I get all of them. I get visuals.
Okay.
So it's a lot to take. I mean, some people are very funneled in how they receive their messages, but me, it's just like a wide open channel for everything to funnel through.
I
So I
love
had
it.
something, thank you, didn't know how to use it, didn't know what it was for many, many years of my life, okay? Probably about the first half of my life. And then as a teenager, I would dabble in, I would read books and study astrology, study palmistry, things like that, but
I did that. Oh my
I,
gosh.
and you just
I
think,
used to
oh,
read
it's,
palms as a kid.
you think maybe it's just entertainment or it's something fun to do, just not
Yeah.
really thinking it's going to be of use somewhere down the road. But that's how I started. And then when I was in my early 20s, mid 20s, maybe even late 20s, somewhere in my 20s, I can't remember exactly. But I was shown something that was very tragic to me, and it was very scary.
Oh,
And I didn't know what to do with it. I wasn't sure, was I manifesting this? Was I being shown this particular situation to help? I still didn't know. So, and
okay.
that particular situation, unfortunately, was unfolding in real life, in real time.
Oh.
And it scared the bejesus out of me. And I was just like, okay, stop all of this. I can't hear any more of this. I don't want any more of this. Turn it off, because I
Okay.
don't know what I'm
Hmm.
supposed to do with it.
Right.
So then I went dormant for a very long time. And then in 2016, it was time to open things up because, again, I had reached, is it touching you?
A little bit. My eye, like, I don't
Okay.
know. What is going on, Michelle? What are you doing? I was
So
like,
it, it ended up being that, okay, something was shown to me that I have to go in this direction. As hard as it is, you have to face this head on and get a grasp on it. So that's how things started to work with Anne and how I went in there. Then I started reading for friends, and the one friend said, make some jewelry that goes with it. So I work with the gemstones, and
yes.
I use them for different purposes, and then I infuse them with the Reiki energy. So that's where the Reiki came in,
Ah,
so that
okay, perfect.
I could pass on the energy to those who wanted something specific. So, for example, my dear friend, this is called grounded and sacral energy. It has
Okay.
howlite, fossil, and oh my goodness, I think that's agate. I just drew a complete blank there.
A red
Fire
agate,
agate,
maybe?
fire
Oh,
agate,
fire. Okay.
and then we got a little Buddha head in here.
Oh,
So this is called grounded and sacral energy. It's
your
to calm.
sacral energy is the safety one, correct?
It is the sexual. It is, and I'm actually have a meditation going on in the background. It's on the
Oh, okay,
sacral
okay.
chakra right now. How about
Nice.
that?
I love
See,
the colors.
this is why we go with what's
You're so
coming in.
tuned in. Look at you.
um, so yeah, my right side in the back is really on fire. But so I channel. You see how I'm getting the different layers. So I'm channeling through crystals. I'm channeling through a physical body pain or ping or sensation. I'll get the images. So they got the orange going at it. It keeps flashing at me. Someone here in
Yeah.
this chat room has an orange handle. They had an orange dot. I don't know if you caught that too, but anyhow, so it's
Oh, yes,
different.
yes. When you Trish upon a star. It's my friend
Yes,
Trish New, and she is the Thai Baba.
there you go. So there's different
Yeah.
layers. And so with that one, it's like we're going to work with the sacral energy and we're going to ground ourselves. Sacral is about sexual. It is about creativity. There she is. Me. That's right. You when you wish upon a
Yeah.
star. Beautiful. I love the
Yeah.
synchronicities.
Uh-huh.
So, and then I funnel the energy into the cards, right?
Right.
So you're right. I do have two different decks. So again, touching back on the energy, people
Please.
had always told me that I envision you creating, writing, and doing a book, a book, a book,
Okay.
a book. I studied journalism. I went into journalism. Um, and then I had my own music magazine for about 5 years that I
Oh
created
my
with a
gosh,
friend.
really?
Yep. So that's another lifetime ago, it seems.
Okay. Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's where I started, right? So I thought, okay, people just think I should just be writing. But really, it was just a passion. I love music, and I wanted to focus on writing about music and meeting musicians and that. So that's how I
That's another
started in
form of
that.
energy. Hey.
Yes, yes. So when people told me that I see you writing a book about your life path and this and that, I'm just, okay, I hear it, and I'll filter it somewhere back in there. I never in my mind imagined that I would be writing decks. I just didn't see it for myself. A lot of people who can read, who have these abilities, don't see for themselves. It's like we're
Yes.
blocked and we're clouded in some of that stuff. So I just didn't see it.
How are you
But
with movies?
I don't connect with movies. I
Because
find
I was
it
gonna say there's a movie called The Scorpion King, and
okay.
this young lady she is an oracle,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like she can see everything, but if she gets intimate with anybody, she loses all of her abilities. It's like you can't see for yourself at all. It's like a
Interesting.
conflict of interest almost.
Mm-hmm. And as you say that, my third eye started to throb. It's like they don't want us to see in particular for something for us, which is so strange. And the only thing that I can associate with that is you're not meant to be shown everything for yourself because you're meant to walk the path. You're meant to just trust and go through it blindly.
We still need our hero's journey, absolutely. Yep.
Right.
I believe that.
So I guess that's where it comes in, and that's how it's going. But I decided I had a moment this year that was inspired by my best friend, and through COVID, and just coming together to support one another while we're all in separation. Right? It was at the height of the first wave, the first introduction of it,
Okay.
and she was And it became a movement where we are. I don't know about around the world, but people collecting rocks and then, hi, Amanda, painting them with inspirational messages and leaving them in different parks and different trails and different locations to brighten people's day and show unity and be
Yeah.
of
Like a
support.
see a penny, pick it up kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I saw this and I went, there's my idea. I am going to
Yeah.
create and tying in with energy, because I love the energy work in the chakra system, tying in the Reiki. I'm going to create a deck of malas and have them around each chakra. All right. That was my idea. But then it totally morphed into what we now know as, I know it shows it backwards, the
I love it though.
soul
And I love that
activation
it
oracle.
ties it into the different, the different chakras and everything, and then your message on top of it. Like, I can't fathom the amount of like brain work. Look at that. The amount of brain work that would go into like putting it together though.
Well, can I tell you, this is really funny.
Please.
It came to me just like that, and
Okay.
it came together just like that.
Okay.
I had the moment, I went, no. I decided to go with different layers. I wanted to focus one on the chakra system. So you have the color and you have the chakra indicator up on
Mm-hmm.
top. I work with numbers because numbers represent different messages as well. So you have a
Yeah.
number on each card. I
Mm-hmm.
work with crystals. There's an accompanying crystal.
Right.
There's an activator word. And then there's
Okay.
an image. So to tie all of these elements together, that's
Yeah.
how it became. So success, we're always striving to go forward. We want to go forward. Everyone is climbing a mountain, right? So just
Yes.
take your baby steps, speak your success to you. This is speaking to the throat chakra. We want to we
Mm-hmm. The
want
blue.
to we want to empower ourselves to say I am successful versus I don't know what it takes to be successful, or I don't feel like I can be successful. We want these activator words to stimulate different points in our body and activate those positive actions into our world. So yes, there is a mountain to climb, but you'll get there. You'll succeed. No problem. I'm getting there every day. Every day I'm moving closer to my success. So that's how the
Yeah.
soul activation oracle came about. And that was in May. And that was
Okay.
to want to bring something to the collective that would help them activate their soul during difficult times and inspire
Yes.
them. So again, working with energy, where in the body do I need to focus on in order to bring those things forward? And then, just as magically, a couple weeks ago, maybe about a month ago, maybe a month and a half, month ago, I think, I came up with what he didn't say, channel messages from the Divine Masculine.
I love that.
This literally
I think
just
the
came.
first time I saw that, but actually both of them. The first time I saw each of your decks was on Mystic Moon oracles and your bracelets as well. She showcases them
Oh my,
regularly.
Angela is amazing. And as we say this, I'm covered in chills. She is my mentor in all of this. And she was the first person 2 years ago. Whoa, I'm going to try not to get emotional. And Angela, if you're listening, hello. But she was the first person to support me. And it all came together by accident. She's the first person that I came across who did readings. And
Okay.
I learned so much from her. And she's just a wealth of knowledge, wisdom. Her approach is no nonsense, but it is straightforward yet comforting at the same time. She'll give it to you because she's a
No nonsense.
Sag. She's fire energy too. She'll just give it right to you, which is I
Yeah.
appreciate and love. It's getting the best advice from someone who can look past the soft in order to give you sometimes what the hard news is, what the hard advice is, in order to help propel you forward. So she's just
Yes.
amazing. I ended up gifting her a bracelet set at the time at Christmas time, just to say thank you for coming onto my path. I appreciate you and your work. I'm not in a position to book a reading or to donate to you, but I wanted to do it in this way. She does a lot of twin flame work and
Yes.
soul counterpart work. So I had this set at the time, which was a black and white yin yang duo bracelet.
Okay.
And I sent it to her. It was called Yin Yang Lovers. And she put it out there in January. 2 years ago, and it went gangbusters. I was not
Oh,
expecting it. She said, "Can I share it?" I said, "Sure, why not?" I wasn't
oh my
thinking
God.
anything about it, right? Yeah. And at the time, oh, at the time, my mom was in hospital
Oh,
battling cancer. And so, ooh, she's great. She's
you got
fine.
me
She's
too. I don't know
recovered.
what,
Yeah.
before you even said anything,
But
but yeah.
this is the beauty of how a tribe comes together to support you and one another, and how it can move your world in so many ways. So here I am in the hospital with my mom, and I'm being flooded with orders and requests for this bracelet worldwide. And I
Yes.
and I was not ready for it. I had nothing in place. It was something that I made, and I wanted to share with her as a thank you. And it just, whoa. So that's how it came to be, the connection with Angela over at Mystic Moon. And I
Very cool.
appreciate her so much. And now I just, when I think of things, or I think of people, or if I'm creating something and I have someone in mind, I'll send her some stuff. I just sent her a bunch of bracelets too, and for her daughter, her assistant Kayla, and her assistant Vic. So they get all excited when they get their items, and that's the joy for me, is connecting with anybody who has something that they're going through, and then they can relate and have a physical, tangible item that they can work with.
Yeah.
So then, touching back on what he didn't say, this
Yep.
came to me literally. um, I was visiting with a friend, and I had spent the weekend there before we're about to go in. Well, right now we're just about to enter in our second lockdown. So I've been
Oh
in a
no.
very, very small bubble, and I went to visit a friend, and I woke up that morning after staying there for the weekend, and I said, I got the idea for the next deck.
Okay.
Literally just like that. And that was this. And it came together in one afternoon, and it went
When
to
you're ready, you're
print.
ready.
That's it. That's when spirit calls you, you act. So that's how
Hmm.
this one came about. So these are all channeled messages. So I'll read this one. It says, "Something deep is moving within me. I do not have the words to explain it, nor do I know what is happening to me, but I know you do." So these are all channeled messages that have
I got hot when you said that.
yeah, me too. I got these are channeled messages that have come to me from um, my divine counterpart. I'm not in contact with my counterpart.
Okay.
This is someone who came onto my path, who opened the door for me, but um, I use that energy to channel this, to bring that out to help people. So those are the two decks that I have. I'm almost sold out of the Soul Activation Oracle, which is
Yay!
incredible, I'm not sure when I can get to funding a second round, but that's amazing to me. So just to know that there are people out there who have purchased, who are using it. The feedback has been phenomenal. So thank you so much to
It's a
everybody.
beautiful deck. Like I was so I'm not I don't have a lot of decks. I think I have three at the moment. This is the last one I
Mm-hmm.
bought, the Light Zeus
I
Tarot.
love
But
that deck. Mm-hmm.
don't you?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's so beautiful. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
so when I saw your deck though, I was blown away by how much there was to draw intuition from. Like there's so many details. Like you said, it's not one dimensional at all. There's so many
Mm-hmm.
little pieces to it that you can figure it out. You can really channel very well with that. It's the same here, Michelle. I know what you
Thank you.
mean. Mine activated my self-love journey. Very cool.
Oh, thank you, Amanda. This is a Merciful Mermaid Tarot. She
Hi,
is
Amanda.
neighbor. She's in my hometown. Amanda,
Oh.
thanks for joining us. Yay! I'm gonna get that deck to you, my friend Rasa. I'm gonna share that with you. So when we go offline, we'll get you one before it gets sold out. So
No problem.
I thank you so much for that. But
Oh no, not at all. I think the best part of our relationship, our friendship, social media, I don't know what to call it. It's a friendship. I enjoy talking to you.
totally,
I enjoy
totally.
like engaging. All of your content has been really great. It really makes me think sometimes, and I really love and I really take pride in writing down some of these answers because you don't get asked those questions anymore, like really.
Thank
But I
you.
think most of our relationship has been we were talking about decks before we really started engaging on content, and
Mm-hmm.
anytime I saw a new deck, I would just send it to you, like, hey, you're looking at new decks, and maybe this would be
Yes.
inspiration to you. Do you remember?
Yes, yes, you've sent me a couple of them. Some of the readers unfortunately don't sell outside of the U.S., and that gets tricky. And I'm one of those people where because of the exchange rate, because of the shipping, because of all the trouble that we're having with
Yeah,
content being shipped through mail through COVID, it can pose a bit of a challenge. But I have all those deck saves that you've shared with me, and I appreciate that. I love hearing from people when they have something that they've come across and they want to share it. I just love that. So touching back on that, we missed this point.
please.
You're referencing I used to post a question of the day.
Yes.
I've run out of questions to ask. After I think it was about maybe a good 6, 7, maybe 8 months of solid every day. Here's a question to make you think, and a lot of engagement came from that, and people loved that feature. It's just I've run out of questions to ask, so I've removed that feature for right now.
That's okay.
But that's the thing. This community and this space is so wonderful in many ways that you can use it to such great advantage. And one of those is engaging with people daily. What's on your mind? What's
Yes.
happening? And how do you all feel about it? I mean, it would be simple
Yes.
questions like, say, for example, a lot of people on my page connect with music. So what
Yes.
would be your favorite song, or what song inspires happiness for you? And I would just love to hear from people what's going on and where they are in their space. So unfortunately the feature is no longer available at the moment.
That's okay.
But
I'm not
this
going to lie, though. I'm going to tell you this little secret. So I have a podcast
yes.
that I've been working on for 3 years now, and I will say that several of those questions have been featured on the podcast because you got
That's
me thinking, and I was
amazing.
like, "Yo, I
That's
want to talk about it. It's
amazing.
not just a one line answer, but I want to talk about it a little bit and let you know what
Oh,
I
I
what I
love
really thought."
that.
So yeah,
I love that. I didn't know that. Oh, I have to find that. I would love to have a
I will
listen.
send that to you. I
Oh,
am slowly creeping up to 1,000 episodes. I have over 900 right now on Spotify. So yeah.
wow. That's
So when
amazing.
you say you run out of questions
Congratulations.
to talk about, I'm like, yeah, I know what that feels like. What do
Yeah.
I say now? I think I've
that's
said it all.
that's that's tapping into that sacral energy too, to that creativity. How do I drum it up? Where do I
Yeah.
where's my well? How do I reach it? So sometimes you just have to be moved. Sometimes you need to really sit there. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Any other
But I
questions?
love this. Oh,
Yeah,
plenty. I
yeah.
actually I really like the idea of slowly kind of discovering your clear abilities, like how that feels. Like I remember I joined you one morning, I was on the way to a shoot, and you had this beautiful light just kind of streaming in through the
That was
window.
yes.
And it was just beautiful, and I could feel it on my end as well because it was early morning for me. It was
Mm-hmm.
mid-evening for you,
Mm-hmm.
but I could really resonate with the way that you were connecting with the audience when you say that you feel something, and immediately we have like 2 3 people like, oh my god, that's me, I can feel it too. Like I like that. That's part of the reason that I was kind of drawn to Mystic Moon as well. It's the way she runs her hands across those cards and picks one up. I love that a lot. I like the way that you really feel your audience, like that Reiki beginning
Mm-hmm.
really kind of like comes through all of your work, and I love it. I really do.
Thank you. I appreciate hearing that. Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, and you captured a very beautiful photo of that. That was an incredible sunset that was happening on the last live. That
So pretty.
was just over a week ago. I didn't do a live
Yep.
last night because this full moon in Aries really kicked my butt. Oh my goodness. And I just knew I wasn't capable of connecting with people yesterday. So and intuitively for a week, I was like, I don't think I'm going to be here next Thursday, as much as that pains me. But sometimes you just have to listen to your body when
Yes.
it is offering you pings, right? So I've had to learn to trust those. And I was not capable of doing that last night. But the last reading that live that we did, it was on the Divine Masculine, and that was a very powerful episode. The sun was going down. It had incredible light going on. It was just phenomenal. It was just beautiful the way that it came out. And I was reading for someone in particular at that point, and they kept getting sun style
The
type
rainbows,
cards,
and
the
yes,
rainbow
the circles. Yeah,
and the
I
circles. And I
remember.
was like, wow. And then I had another guest on that night who I had read, I think it was 3 weeks prior, on the same subject, and she she got the same card, the very first
I
card that
remember you
came
said
out.
that too. I noticed. Yeah,
Yeah, and
exactly the
I
same
was like,
card.
wow. But that's the beauty of connecting with someone's energy and the validation through the cards. That the cards, everybody says this who reads, they don't lie, right? I shuffled that deck so many other times in between
Yeah.
that reading and the second reading, and we had just the timing of it and everything. And then when it comes out, it's like, that's for you. It's for
Yeah.
you. And we're telling you it's for you. And it was so funny. The first time the card came out, it was a picture of roses. And I asked her, do you
Yeah.
wear a rose perfume? She said, yes, I do. So it's to me, it's always funny when I call them pieces of the puzzle. I may
Okay.
not be able to fit the whole piece together, the puzzle together, but I'll get fragments. And again, it comes in different layers. It comes in audibly, it comes in visually, it comes in with scent. It just depends, right?
Okay.
Or sometimes I get very, very clear and specific messages. So it it depends on how loud, if you will, or how clear the message is. So when I see something like a picture of a rose and my guides are telling me, ask them, are they wearing rose perfume? To me, that's just a question, right? But to them, I
Right.
know I'm being guided to ask because it's a physical, tangible item on your end that I have no knowledge of, that you can validate to say, I am connecting with the right person. So I love that. So we had that moment here when I said, my right hip in the sacral area
Uh-huh.
is hurting. There's someone here. I know that there's someone here that has this. And that's just and I say it. I say it because I know it means something to someone. So before we
Somebody's
go,
going to pick up on it. Absolutely.
right. And if you want, hold on. Amanda's asking something. Does anyone
Does
else
anyone
get,
else get psychic or intuitive hits randomly in the shower? Yes.
yes,
I
yes,
make
I
more
do.
sense in the shower than I do in any other room of the house.
And the reasoning behind that is water is cleansing. Water
I use
is
it a lot.
one of those elements that allows you connect so clearly and so purely. So yes, we can both validate for you, Amanda, that yes, that is the case. That's why I shower daily and I do my meditation in the shower. So before I
Okay.
came on here, I had my shower. I cleansed off what was there from overnight, start my
Okay.
new day, have that to go, and that's connecting. And then, so if you're open to it, Rasa,
Yep.
I'll do a short little reading for you if you want on the
Sure.
chakra, if to see what's going on there. What are we needing to
Absolutely.
make sense of? But yeah, I connect with other things too, like fire, if you will. Fire is a great
Amanda
way
said yes. Yay.
to fire is good to burn things up, to let things go, to release. Air, breath work, to cleanse, to make the headspace more clear. So breath work. If you're working with earth energies, out in earth grounding, get barefoot into the earth to
Yes.
ground, things like that. So that's working with elements. So there's different layers to channel. Yeah, I think
I
that's how we.
remember as a kid, I was very connected to the wind, the air. I felt
Mhm.
like I could hear a source talking to me, or at least like getting messages through the winds and in the leaves and stuff like that. I love grounding with, barefoot. I was made fun of. You remember how we used to have like I don't know if you had them um for senior year they'd have like a prediction of where you'd be in like I don't know 15, 25 years or whatever. Um but at the end of your senior year, so they predicted that I would have had some weird foot fungus because all I did through high school was run around the yard. I would run around the campus barefoot.
I love that.
I just felt like I was faster. I don't know.
Well, your spirit knew that that's the way that you were connecting and grounding. So your soul already knew, this is what makes me feel good. This is how I get recharged. This is how I let go of certain things. And that's amazing. Look, so now we're on green. We're on green. So that's
Oh,
earth and
wait, wait,
heart.
wait, wait. Earth and heart. Here you go for your green.
Beautiful.
It's a heart chakra.
There you are. Yay! We're green. I also make malice. I'm wearing green today for my heart space.
I have green,
So that we
kind of.
can.
It's like a army green.
Awesome. So we're connecting on the green too.
Yes.
Beautiful. um, yeah. Now my throat is getting a little bit activated too. So if there's someone in the room
Oh,
who's having trouble speaking their truth and there's something going on that they need to release,
you're
here's your.
pinging me really bad.
Is it? Oh, Lordy.
Uh-huh.
So, do you want to do that reading now? Do you want to?
Sure. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That's so
What am I
funny.
getting into?
That's so funny. See, you got another. Oh, no, that's not. That's not. I think that's a message for me when I cracked open the deck, the third eye.
Oh, what did it
Clarity.
say?
Clarity.
Yeah, you talked about your third eye a little bit earlier, right?
Yeah.
When I first started. What did I say?
Well, we're talking about how do we connect and how do you get the messages and stuff. So that's. Woo! Wow.
Are you so hot? Like,
Well, I got a flash of heat, but I also got a flash of dizzy, which means I'm stirring something up for you, okay?
and I see the smoke coming at you now too.
I am diffusing a oil called Love Potion. It is
Is it something you
jasmine.
make?
No,
Jasmine. I love jasmine. Go ahead.
Okay, then here we are connecting with you so strongly. Jasmine and sandalwood, and I love that.
Now I'm
I love.
scared.
No, don't be scared. Don't be scared. And I love when we get so much of that beautiful energy. Okay, this one I want you to see. I got one card that's sticking out.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
It's throat. Okay?
Uh-huh.
So again, just how I was just saying to you, my throat started. You need to be very proud of what you're doing in this moment and what you're doing in life. Yeah. Okay. So 47 broken
That's
down
an 11.
is an 11. Break it down to 1. This is internal. This is an internal message for you to know that it is your time to shine, that what you are saying has great power in your voice. Be very proud of the work that you're doing. There is also someone very close in your circle, excuse me, see how I got activated, who's very proud of you, but doesn't speak it. It's a male energy. Is this your dad?
No.
No? Okay. It feels like a very close
I don't
male.
speak to him.
Okay. Okay. See, I just said there is someone around you who doesn't speak that pride to you, male energy. He is aware.
Okay.
Is he still here? He's still here, yes, right?
My dad? Yeah, he's just in another country.
Okay. Okay. He's very proud. He's aware of the work that you're doing. Even though you don't communicate and he doesn't speak it to you, he's very proud of what you're doing. He has pride for you, okay?
Okay.
Whew. Let's do a couple more. Let's see if that sacral comes out and what that means. Confidence, grounding. You're a confident individual. You're very strong. Look, you got another number 1.
Uh-huh. All these internal messages. Okay.
Yeah. So, she's very sharp. She's very in tune with herself. This is what I'm hearing. This is what they're telling me, okay? But it relates to you when I say she. Wise beyond her years.
I'm an old soul.
Yes, I was just going to say that. Very in tune, very connected spiritually, but that you ground that in your physical work and you bring it through in your work. They admire your confidence because it takes a lot to be confident in who you are. Okay, I'm going to do one more for you. My throat is still going. Still going. This.
Oh, it's going to be sacral.
Let's see. It is. See?
I can feel it.
They don't lie. They don't lie. You're entering a new chapter in life. There's something that you're still working around making a decision on that has been up in the air for a little while. That's where the number 14 broken down is a 5. That's choices, decisions, change. Exactly. It's time for the next chapter. It's something new. I'm also seeing and hearing something to do with writing. Is that what's coming down? Are you thinking about writing? Is there something that you need to write about?
Yep.
Okay, they want you to
I've
do
been
that.
asked for a book.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, okay, so now my sacral is starting to ease up a bit because there's fear behind that. And maybe lacking confidence for yourself that you can do this. So when I tie the 3 cards together, they want you to know that what you have to say is very important and it's going to be of value. That's why they want you to move forward with communicating that. Be confident in yourself that you can do this. It's a challenge forward, yes, but what you have to say and what it's relating to is very important and of value. So this is meant to be on your life path. It is meant to be here present for you. Drum up that sacral. Get into doing things that spark creative energy for you in order to open up that channel that is more, I can't make this up, throat. Now it's on the throat. Wow.
Speak up, Brasati,
Exactly.
speak up.
Yeah. So it's telling you to really empower yourself to open up those channels so that you can free flow that writing. There's a block there, there's a hindrance there because maybe not sure how to put it out in words, not sure how to communicate it, or thinking it needs to be this way, too structured, too regimented, but just go free flow. Connect with
God.
your source.
I don't know if you noticed, but I have not posted on my page since the 17th of September.
Because you're holding on to something. There's something that is blocked there that needs to come
It's not
forward.
coming out right yet.
And that's where your block is that in here, there's too much thought that what I need to say next needs to be really important or needs to access something deep within me in order to drum it up, to release something that is withheld there. You got to face that hurdle. That's the only way you're going to get through it is to actually just face it. But
Just do it. Yep.
Take the opportunity. There's another one. Bottom of the card to rise.
Cycle again and the one again. Yep.
Now it's number 2. So your work,
Oh.
this is really important. Number 2 tells me that you need to partner up with someone or something to drum up that creative energy, to untap that sacral area. So this could either be you need to spend more time doing things that are passionate for you and creative. So for example, if you like painting, paint, because there's going to be that release that comes up naturally that opens up that channel so that you can sit down, tap into what it is that you have to say. Are you a painter?
I'm a drawer.
Okay, close enough. So there you go.
I've been thinking about that. Just to lose myself in music and draw something.
Exactly.
And
that's what you need. So listen to that message. Intuitively, you got that. That's what you know that you need to unlock that in order to move forward more free flowing. Allow yourself the opportunity to automatically write. So whatever, and that's just the process of whatever comes out when you sit down to write, whether it be you type, you write, sticky notes, whatever it may be, just let it come out. Because there's something in that process when it automatically comes out that will spark and lead you down the path where you open up this channel where something even bigger comes out. So that's the message for you, my dear.
I have one question.
Absolutely.
If you don't mind.
No, not at all.
There is a masculine, and I need to figure out if helping him is okay or not.
Okay. Let's tap into this.
Because it has changed a lot for me.
Can I just show you?
Why?
Do you see this?
He looks like a spirit baby.
Yes, but more importantly, he's got his mouth covered. Speak no evil.
Like, oh boy.
So again, it's the throat. There's something here that hasn't been communicated. I'm going to remove the cards that came out for you here. This is really important. Truth. So we're going to get down to the truth here. I don't know if you can see that. Truth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Crown chakra. Yes, ma'am, Miss Amanda. They were very, very emotional. It got me a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I think that's only because You know this to be your truth. You know that this is where your block is and what it is. And you're stuck here instead of being stuck in here and just letting it flow
Yeah.
right? Right? We all
Yep,
have that.
that
We
is
all
the
do that.
gateway.
We all do that. It's okay. I had that all day yesterday. Well, actually, I've been struggling with a couple days now where I feel like, oh, hi, Mary, channeling the Venus 222. She's a follower over
Welcome, welcome.
on my page. Thanks for joining us. Who, this person, okay. Before I even get into the cards, swirling around in here again. So this is a thought. Oh,
Oh boy.
I just got stopped. I literally just felt like hands on my throat. Okay. This is overthinking, thinking. Too much thought in the head. Examining, re-questioning. Is this right? Do I continue to be engaged in this? I'm just going with what's coming to me, okay? And being gripped here with, I don't know how to speak my truth.
That's for me or for
I
whom?
don't know who it's related to, but that's the energy between the
Might
two
be
of
for
you
me.
that's coming forward. Okay, let us see here. This is your divine counterpart that you're questioning, isn't it?
That confirmed it.
In my loneliness, I wonder if you still love me. This is what you're asking of him. Okay, let's layer it because you're looking for truth in there. You're not getting it from him. He's not speaking. Let's continue to build. You want to share bliss together. You know that you're very connected. You're very connected in the heart space to him. That brings you bliss and joy. And you want to elevate this to the next level. He's not grounded in this, though. He's not intuitively connected,
I'm awake
correct?
and he's not.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I just said this heart, okay? I'll read it. You are my heart and soul, my everything. I want to forget the past and all the horrible mistakes we made. I want to be with you again. So there is the mask behind this energy, okay? He's not revealing, he's not speaking his truth around that connection. He has those feelings in his heart space. He knows that he's done things that haven't been so favorable and so kind and that have frankly hurt you and hurt you in the heart space. I get the feeling he doesn't know how to rectify that or fix that or move forward from that. Let's see what needs to be activated on his side. He hasn't woken. You're right. He does not have the vision for this. He's not connected in that space. He's not connected internally for
He's
himself.
rooted in 3D.
Yeah.
I hear him in 5D.
This is all physical, ground, hard hitting. He needs tangible. He's not able to see the long road, the road ahead. It's what's right here, what's in front of me. I hope that helps.
It does a lot.
Okay. Well, that's what's come forward. Do we want to do, since these lovely people have been here sitting with us,
Does anyone have a question?
we'll take maybe one
If
or
you're
two.
willing. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they may kick us off in about 10 a.m. I think you get an hour, right? So I think we have time for
Yes, ma'am. But
one.
if you have time, I don't mind coming back on. But if you have something to do, that's okay too. So anyone who has a question, very, very quickly, what would
Yeah,
you like to
let's
know?
take a question. Okay, so you want to pick who's it's your page.
Sure.
You pick.
Britti Ara Page.
Okay.
She's new on my page, but she just popped up.
Welcome. Okay, so your card that came out is Desire. More
And the
sacral.
Tayo.
See, and I said we're dealing with a lot of sacral, and I was guided to wear some sacral crystals.
I feel like that desire is about your current love life.
Yeah. Let's get a couple more. Okay. Tara, can you tell me, are you with someone right now, or are you in separation? We're waiting for her.
Hi, Tambinata.
This one wants to come out. It's again more partnership. It's about wanting to build this. Okay. Bratara, are you in a partnership? Because you've got two mirroring cards here speaking to partnership. This is someone that you want to build a foundation with. You are in separation. Okay.
Separation. Okay.
This is you're desiring to come back to connect and build together. There was a lot of passion here. You don't want to come back together? What's the no on? Be more specific first, please. This sounds like that there is some Okay, yes, you're saying no and yes. I'm confused. Okay, so what's the no related to? Because what I'm getting is you're in I had the feeling of separation, that you're inquiring about your counterpart. You want to come together. There was a lot of passion. There was a lot of fire in the beginning. Yes, you want to come back. Okay, great. You want to come back. You want to discuss these values. You want to come back together to express this verbally to this person, that you want to build this foundation together, that you've gone within, that you've taken the time to really assess what your values are, what you're going to tolerate, what you're not going to tolerate, how you want to build a foundation together. And then there's just all this fire energy between the two of you that you just, for lack of a better word, you just want to get connected, physically connected. Okay, so we'll pull one more card for you to... And Rasa, you can pick maybe one more person, please, in the meantime.
Sure.
At random.
Tambinata, if you're still around.
Say yes if you are, because I may want to connect with you. Oh, hi, Soulmate 1111. She says she can't wait to get your deck.
Tambinata is around. Yep.
Okay. You next. This is so fun.
This is good. We have a masculine. Yeah.
Okay, see, for lack of a better word, when I said you just want to connect physically, that just validates this is where your space is at. And again, more sacral. So I hear you. He hears you. I don't know how that's going to happen, but that's the current energy around you. Is you just want to connect. You have 3 sets of cards here of couples where you're just so desperate to connect. I don't want to say desperate, but is such a strong
The desire
word.
is strong.
I just need my person. Okay. Those were yours.
So you guys, while she's shuffling for the next card pull, I want to make sure you guys are already following her Rising Sun Oracle. If you're not already following her YouTube channel, please go out there and follow, because she does a lot for free, you guys. I think you guys need to take advantage of the fact that some people really do offer a lot of their work and their time. And the fact that she connects the way that she does, I think is really important. Not everyone does the way. Everyone has their own way, but I love your energy. I love the way you connect. So please go out, support. Follow on Instagram, follow on YouTube.
Thank you so much for saying that. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm on YouTube. I do a free channel message Monday to Friday for the collective. Fridays is Twin Flame Friday. That's where I have a channeled conversation between the twins and I reveal what's going on with them. On Thursday nights, I usually do a live mini reading.
I'm glad, Trish.
I do a themed subject that night and we focus on that. I'm not sure how I'm going to move forward because I just enrolled myself in some educational studies that take place on Wednesdays and Thursday nights. So if I can get on, I'm going to start to continue to do that. But anyhow, that's a whole other thing. But I do the free channeled readings on Thursday nights. I have a YouTube TV series called Tea and Tarot where I have a guest on every week who is a reader, a creator, who has a site, and they come on and it's just a plug for them to announce what they do and share with the audience who they are and what they're about.
Which is so cool that you said tea and tarot, because when you Trish Upon a Star has another account called the Chai Baba and she makes tea as well.
Oh, that's amazing.
Homebrewed chai, yeah.
Ah, awesome. Okay, so did you say it was Hambia?
Tambi Nata.
Okay. Well, your first, more sacral energy. I told you the first thing when we walked in here, I knew there was so much sacral energy in here. Okay, your first card is nourished. This is speaking to heart energy and taking the time for yourself to show yourself love. There is
Look at that.
something,
Appreciate your direction and your music, Bambi.
yeah. Okay, so I'm just reading what you.
Sure.
Okay, so tell me something about my venture for music. Well, it really speaks to your heart and your soul. You're very connected in this way, and it's like you do a dance and a partnership with it in order to bring you nourishment, soul nourishment. Yeah, all love
Makes
is
you feel
right.
fulfilled.
Exactly. It cleanses your heart. It cleanses your soul. It's your fuel. Okay.
I
So
don't think it gets much better than that for music.
work with honey calcite if you're into crystals. Honey, drink or add honey to your teas if you don't already do that. Do
Okay.
you sing? Do you sing? I know you're doing music, but do you sing? If so, honey for the throat. It is your passion. It's your number one passion, and it brings so much creative joy to you.
Look at that.
Look, I just said dance. And look,
Uh-huh.
we got partnerships dancing here. You rap.
Bambi
How
raps. Uh-huh.
incredible. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. So that rhythm, that passion, that dance, that rhythm.
Okay. So be careful what you're putting into your body. Be mindful of what you're putting into your body to nourish your body to its fullest to be able to perform. Honey, honey, honey. They say honey calcite, but add honey. Honey is good for the throat. It is your passion. It is your joy.
No, you can't make it up at all.
Sunstone. Sunstone is another good one for you. That's solar plexus energy. It taps into creativity. It roots you too. Okay. And your last card, safe. This is again root
Good.
energy. One solid message here that if you continue to focus on this and make this your priority, you will always be financially safe. Your creative ideas are always free-flowing, and you're always giving birth to something new. Be safe in the knowledge that that's what you're doing, and that's how you're succeeding, and to keep going that direction. You're good.
Paravalia, Bambi. This is good news.
Yeah. Okay. I just want to see what's going on in the chat, because when we start this, it just brings so much up.
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
people.
There was one earlier that says, Michelle tapped into the energy of me meeting someone new the other day with one of her general love reading posts. I think this is Amanda.
This was Amanda. Yes. And she validated that. I'm willing to do one more before we go. We'll just close it out with 3.
We had a young lady who said her name was Sandra.
Okay.
Sandra, if you're on here still, would you mind just telling us that, hey, hi, how are you?
Orienda Oracles, your connection is impeccable. Beautiful watching this session. Thank you so much. I appreciate you saying that. Oh, that's so lovely to hear.
I'm glad, Bambi.
Yes, she says it's reassuring. And take it as reassuring, because I just got a whole bunch of chills as you said that. It's beautiful. It was a beautiful message for you.
I told him not to worry in Tamil, so I'm hoping he hoping he enjoyed it.
That's awesome.
Okay, Sandra's still here.
Sandra's still here. Soulmate 1111. This is the one who purchased my deck. Okay, it's on its way to you. I do have Soul Activation Oracle available for purchase internationally, but you have to direct message me to receive the link. It's from my vendor. I haven't made what he didn't say available internationally yet, and I'm not sure if I'm going to just yet, but I'm in Canada. I sell to Canada and the US. There's a couple of these left in my Etsy shop. Okay. If you're international and you want the soul activation, direct message me for a link. Okay, so this is for Sandra, and we'll close it out with Sandra. You have the dream card.
Ooh. No problem. I'm glad. I like introducing you guys to beautiful people like this.
It's been a joy to be here. Thank you for having me again. Okay, so third eye, dream. you are receiving infinite messages in dream state. You're very connected in dream state. I feel a lot of healing also takes place for you, Sandra, in dream state.
So very
Again,
quickly, it's about to kick us off in 10 seconds. I'm going to come
okay.
back on so you can finish the 3.
Okay,
I'm just going to
perfect.
close out right now, so I don't want you to miss anything. We'll be right back.
Everybody
Hold
come
on 1
back.
second.
Everybody come back, okay? But look at that. Now we're
Okay.
into the crown chakra.
Yes.
See how it just keeps
We'll
following
be right
us?
back.
Woo!
Yes, ma'am.